Hello, and happy Thursday or Friday, depending on what day you have English with me. I just wanted to make you one of my quick little videos kind of going over what are we doing today. Sorry, I just noticed that my glasses had something on them and it's driving me insane to see that in the video. So we are doing a lesson involving an informational text called Revenge of the Geeks. And if you're using your paper textbook, this is going to begin on page 225. If you're going to listen and use your online textbook, then it's assigned in your online textbook. So let's just walk through what it is that we're doing today for you at home. So let me share my screen for you. I was seeing something about how I don't know why it's like teacher instinct for us to say, let me share your screen, like it's clear that I'm going to share my screen. But I think that it's just so that you don't think I'm just doing something random. Okay, so if you are in your teens, and you're going to see that this is listed as the 11, 12, and 11, 13 even classwork. And so we're going to click on that. And I'm going to go under student view to see how you look into it. So notice that there is no right into the day today. Now, to begin with, I have kind of an anticipation text, a hook text that is a TED Talk for you, and it's on this link.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays
let's get through that ad. So this is a 20-minute TED Talk. But I think it's really insightful and fun with Jason Bischoff.
Thank you all for this opportunity.
And he is going to talk to us about geek culture.
Insight.
So that is not necessarily what this article is about. It does deal with kind of geek people and how they have risen up. But I also wanted to add a little bit of context to understand what is geek culture, what is something like that, and how do we feel about that? So you're going to watch that short video. It's 20 minutes long. And then you're going to come back over and you are going to read the article, Revenge of the Geeks. So I have for my in-person learners, since we don't have computers today because of the case assessment, I've printed that out for them. And then if you're linking to it on your Pearson, let's take a look there. It is going to look like this. So Revenge of the Geeks, student edition and unit 2. Let me give this a second just to open up. So it's going to look like this. Now, what I asked you to do before you read the story is to complete the concept vocabulary, and that's on page 224. It's asking you about some words that might be unfamiliar to you. So I want for you to familiarize yourself with those words before you do our reading. And then what I want for you to do is I want for you to read and I want for you to annotate, okay? So remember, if we're going to use the online reader, and this is a short article for listening to it, it's 6 minutes and 51 seconds. But I want for you to take some time to do some annotation with this. So what is annotation, guys? Let's talk a little bit about how we can use both the online tool, or we could use our textbook to annotate. So whenever we're annotating, we are looking for key ideas, terms that we don't know, and we're making notes for ourselves as we read. So let's kind of take a look here at this very first 2 paragraphs of our text. Many popular students approach graduation day with bittersweet nostalgia. Excitement for the future is tempered by fear of lost status. Okay. So I might really like this line right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to underline this for myself. Okay. And then it says, as cap and gown season near, let's also stop to consider the outcasts, students for whom finishing high school feels like liberation from a state-imposed sentence. And then I have right here, in 7 years of reporting from American middle and high schools, I've seen repeatedly that the differences that cause a student to be excluded in high school are often the same traits or skills that will serve them well after graduation. So as a reader, I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to type an annotation. So you see here, there's my annotation tool, and I'm going to type here, is this the claim of the article? that people who maybe have some exclusion may actually do better in life after graduation. So as a reader, I'm going to mark that. That's going to be my annotation for that moment, okay? And then I'm going to look, okay? So if you notice what the author's is doing here, the author's making a claim, and then we're going to back up that claim with evidence, okay? And where I can see evidence is right here, that very first thing. I'm going to circle this in pink because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to circle all of my evidence that is going to back up to this claim that I've highlighted in yellow. So I've got Taylor Swift's classmates left the lunch table as soon as she sat down because they disdained her taste for country music. Last year, the Grammy winner was the nation's top selling recording artist. So I'm now going to put myself a little annotation right here. And my annotation is going to be evidence. T Swift was, didn't seem cool because she liked country music. Now she's a billionaire. Maybe not a billionaire, but she's a millionaire winning awards because she followed her music dreams, right? She was an outcast. She did what she wanted to do. So I'm going to do that throughout. Every time I see a piece of evidence, I'm going to highlight, I'm going to circle the evidence. So I have, here's another piece, Tim Gunn's love of making things was mocked by other students. I'm going to put that as a circle in pink. Now he's a fashion icon with the recognizable catchphrase, make it work. And then I'm just going to make an annotation that, Tim Gunn was mocked, now famous clothing designer and fashion icon. Okay, so that's annotating, all right? Now this is a short piece, so what I want for you to do is I want for you to do your annotation throughout as you read this article. Okay, so you're going to highlight or underline or however you want to do it. You're going to make your notes on the draft. Now, if you decide that you want to do this in your textbook, in your physical textbook, and I'm going to use my paper copy that I have right here, then I want you to do the exact same thing. Actually, I'm going to show you. This is from the textbook. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to highlight, you're going to underline, you're going to take notes on the side of your paper. So I'll kind of zoom in there to show you that. So you're going to take notes on the side of your paper, and you are going to then take a picture of that and upload it to me. So that's going to be part of our grade, is annotating what we read today. So when we get done with our annotation and our reading, I have asked you some comprehension questions. Either you can use the comprehension questions that are in your textbook on page 227, or this form, and I just noticed that that is not linked, so I'm going to add that link for you. And then when you're done, I want for you to use your annotations in the notes that you have completed, and you are going to complete this document called Analyze, Craft, and Structure. And so it is saying that an argument is a type of nonfiction writing that states and proves the writer's position on a topic. In writing an argument, the author states a claim on a debatable issue and then builds the argument by defending the claim with sound reasoning and solid evidence. Evidence includes facts, statistics, quotations from experts, anecdotes, examples, explanations, and other information that support or help prove the claim. When reading an argument, it's important to evaluate both the writer's reasoning and the quality of the evidence he or she uses to support it. Strong reasoning should have a clear, logical connection between points. Strong evidence should have the following qualities. So it should have variety, lots of different kinds, not just anecdotes. So one example here is that we have some anecdotes in the story. These are like Taylor Swift's things. Then we're going to also look for credibility, evidence that's drawn from reliable sources. And so you'll need to, as you read, think, are these reliable sources? Can I trust this evidence? And then relevance, it should be current and connect logically with the writer's ideas. So then I have some questions for you to answer about Revenge of the Geeks, and you're asked to use textual evidence. So you're going to go back to those annotations, and they're going to be really helpful for you. In your own words, restate Robin's main claim about teenage outsiders are geeks. So I want for you to write in your own words, what claim does our author, Alexandra Robbins, make about teenage outsiders or geeks? And then it goes through to ask you, what evidence does she use to support her claim? How credible and relevant is the evidence that's provided in paragraphs 3 through 5, and explain for me? And then besides examples, what other kinds of evidence does Robbins include to support her claim? Okay, so that is what we're going to be working on today. And when you're done with that, I want for you to, if you need to upload any pictures to me, upload pictures. If you do your annotation in the Salvis reader, I'll be able to see your work. So I'll be able to check that and see. I'm going to try to have us do a little bit more integrated work with our textbook. I didn't want to kind of overwhelm you guys in the very beginning because I know that some of those tools are a little bit new. So we're going to start small with this article, and then you can upload everything to me and then turn in when you're complete. If you have questions or concerns, please reach out to me, and this assignment will be due on Monday by midnight. Okay, have a great day, and I look forward to reading your annotations and reviewing your work.